Archana Mataji, did you send the MCQ yesterday?
Prabhuji?
Archana Mataji, I'm asking Archana Mataji. Did you send questions? Okay, so.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Pranas Prabhuji.
Mataji, did you send the question based on what presented yesterday?
No, today I sent Prabhuji.
Okay, no. Everybody in exam fear now. Okay, let's start. Shridev Mataji, Prabhuji joining, no?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devi Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudire Nasthaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamaśloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yatkripatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Chaitanyameshwaram Paramanandamadam Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshuromilitamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna. So devotees will have His Grace Madhavarma Prabhu today explaining about this particular chapter, especially about the creation. So over to you, Prabhu. Then,
Third.
the time permits, we'll continue our.
Third. Monday to Thursday, third. Open.
So meantime, when can we keep an exam? What day you can fix? What is the suggested date? And what is the price for the topper? What price we can give for a topper? One who gets all 100%, all full mark. Anybody want to sponsor a prize?
No problem, Prabhuji, we can sponsor.
You get all 100, all right. So when can we keep a test? What is the possible date? Next Monday?
Is it going to be written or oral, Prabhuji?
Written.
Okay. Online, Prabhuji.
Online. We'll send you the link. You have to immediately answer. As soon as time finish, you'll close us.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Monday is okay. We'll fix for Monday.
Okay.
So we have a time to prepare also. Yes, Prabhuji is joining. Madhavarma Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Dhanat Pranam.
You are muted now. Okay.
Yes, Prabhu. We are able to see you now.
Hare Krishna, Dhanavad Pranam Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.
Prabhuji, over to you. You can start, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, you can start, Prabhu. Prabhuji.
Okay. I think already chapter 5 you completed the shlokas.
Yeah,
So I will just quickly summarize and then go to the Virat Rupa.
Prabhu.
So in verses up to 8th verse, Narada Muni is asking his father Brahma different questions about creation. The second canto is named as Cosmic Manifestation, and this chapter is called Cause of All Causes, Sarva Karana Karanam. This Sarva Karana Karanam we find in Brahma Samhita 5.1, which Srila Prabhupada has again given that verse in 2.5.12. 12th shloka you will find in the purport this verse, Sarva Karana Karanam. So the Sarva Karana Karanam for creation is Lord Krishna himself. Then from the 9th verse, Lord Brahma speaks. And he says that Narada, you have asked very nice questions about the creation, and now I will explain. In 11th verse, Brahma says that he creates from the Brahma Jyoti, which is the effulgence of energy from Lord Krishna. And from latest science, we know that E is equal to mc square. Energy and matter are interchangeable. Matter can convert to energy, and energy can be converted to matter. In Srimad Bhagavatam, here we know that the creation starts from energy, and from energy matter is created. And he also says that Krishna is not a blacksmith with hammer and chisel. So many people think that Lord is the creator means he's sitting somewhere in the higher planets and creating forms. It's not like that. In Sanskrit, Prabhupada writes, Parasya Shaktir Vividhaiva Shruyate. Just by the thought process of Lord Krishna and through Karanodak Sai Vishnu, Garbhodak Sai Vishnu, and Kshirodak Sai Vishnu, from the three Vishnus, the creation happens. And then in the 12th verse, Brahma pays respects to Lord Krishna in a sloka. And in the 13th verse, we get the introduction to Maya, illusory energy. In the entire Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, we are constantly referred to this Maya, that is the illusory energy. And what is that Maya? It is two things. One is, it is I. That is everything, matter, I am that matter, and it is mine. So me and mine, that is the illusion. And when we become devotees, slowly we transform. From the I and mine, we come to the consciousness that I am a servant of Lord Krishna and his devotees, and also that the wealth that I own, it is Krishna's wealth, and I am only a custodian, and the entire world belongs to Krishna. It is, today we see that nations are fighting against each other for many reasons, that this is mine, but everything belongs to Krishna. And for that we have one very nice verse in Isopanishad. Can anybody recollect? The first line says, Ishavasyam idam sarvam, yatkincha jagatyam jagat. And it further says that in that sloka, everything belongs to Lord Krishna, and I will be given a small part of that material world for my ownership and enjoyment during my lifetime as Krishna wills. And second verse is also very nice later in Isa Upanishad, which says, it is relevant to today's chapter. That is, O Lord, I am translating in English, O Lord, when my body is cremated and my body is spread in all the 5 elements of matter, that is earth, water, fire, then what is remaining of me? Nothing. So please remember, 3 times the devotee says, Kritosmara, Kritosmara. That is, please remember, please remember, please remember whatever service I have done to you, so that you can put my soul in a suitable place. So that suitable place we are studying now, today in the different planetary systems. Then in slokas 15 and 16, they are good to memorize. 15th and 16th, where Narayana is described as demigods serve Krishna, different planets serve Krishna, different sacrifices are performed for Krishna. So those are 2 nice verses which we can memorize. Then in the 17th, we get the introduction to Paramatma. Before we got introduction to Maya, now we are getting introduction to Narayana as Paramatma. And Brahma says, I am directed by him for doing the creation. And here one important topic also comes about thoughts, feelings, and willing and desires. So this is where we always say Paramatma and soul reside in the heart. In Bhagavad Gita also there are slokas where Krishna says that Paramatma resides in the heart with the soul. So what does Paramatma do? In the Bhagavad Gita, it is described that Paramatma is a witness. Witness for what? For our thoughts, feelings, willing, and desires. And here, Prabhupada in his purport gives a small secret. That secret is that if me as a soul is able to observe, I am repeating, if I am able to observe the thoughts, feelings, willings, and desires that are taking place in my body, then I am realizing the Paramatma. I think it is a little difficult to understand, but the Paramatma realization is that we observe our own thoughts, our own feelings, our own desires, how they are changing. And here also this is connected to chanting. Because when we are chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, many thoughts come, good thoughts, bad thoughts. It's the same way when we think, we feel about that thought. That also good feeling, bad feeling. Then also out of these thoughts and feelings, we get desires. Either to do a certain action about that thought or not do that action. So when we are chanting, we try to minimize these thoughts. And that minimization can happen only when we are hearing what we are chanting. That will come in the next sloka, where Brahma says that the Lord can be realized through sound. So in 18th verse, Krishna is pure and free of the 3 gunas, and the 3 gunas are defined in sloka number 19. And also the law of karma, that is cause and effect, is also described. So slowly we are seeing that in this very important chapter, the entire creation is being described step by step. Then in 20, Brahma says that Krishna is transcendental and cannot be realized by material senses under the influence of 3 gunas. So then one might ask, if we cannot realize Krishna, then how do we do it? Because we are in a material body and having material senses. So this is described in this verse number 20 as Yogamaya. This is the curtain, and this curtain is between Krishna and the living entity. And living entity means the devotee who is doing the sadhana. There is a Yogamaya curtain. One second. You are not able to hear? Prabhuji, are you able to hear? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji,
Yes.
we are able to hear.
Yes, we are able to hear.
Sridevi Mataji is not able to hear. Anyway, I'll continue. You are able to hear, right? Okay.
Yes, we are all able to hear properly,
Okay,
Prabhuji.
thank you.
Prabhuji.
So we are now talking about Yogamaya. That is the curtain between Krishna and the living entities, which means also the devotees. So how do we remove the curtain? All of you have heard this sloka. How do we remove this curtain, Yogamaya curtain, to see the Lord or to experience the Lord?
By doing the service to the Lord, by
Yes,
chanting, by chanting.
but there is a sloka we recite requesting someone to remove that curtain.
Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana
Very good.
Shalakaya.
Yes.
To Guru, spiritual master.
Yes, the spiritual master is having the powers to remove the Yogamaya curtain. That is Ajnana Timirandasya from
Jnananjana Shalakaya. Chakshurunmilitam nena tasmai Shri Gurave namaha.
by applying the ointment of knowledge on my eyes, please remove the curtain of
Ignorance.
ignorance. So all this we can clearly see in this chapter. All the what we are doing, what we are praying, and what is the process of devotional service, and how we are coming into existence on this earth planet. Then in 21, the Lord is the creator, preserver, and destroyer. And matter and an energy comes from Brahma Jyoti. This we discussed already. And okay, matter and energy come from Brahma Jyoti. But in Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, we are always told that the living entity is a soul. So where do the souls come from?
From the
In
super
Brahma
soul.
Jyoti, yes. Yeah.
From Paramatma. Yeah, super soul, Paramatma. From Paramatma.
Paramatma is residing. Yeah, Paramatma is residing in every living entity along with the soul. But where do the souls come from? In verse number 21,
Brahmaji.
Prabhupada describes that the souls come from Mahat Tattva. Mahat Tattva. We have talked about Brahma Jyoti, which is the energy of Lord Krishna.
Yeah.
And Mahat Tattva is the marginal energy. It is neither material nor spiritual. And that is where the souls reside. And from that, again, there is a mechanism where there is a Purusha and Prakriti. And through them, the souls are entering the creation along with the living entities as conceived by Brahma. So that how Brahma created, that is also there in Srimad Bhagavatam. The different living entities he starts creating. So that time we can study that. So the souls also have a place. They are staying in Mahat Tattva, and later we see that the Mahat Tattva is agitated when Garbhodakasai Vishnu enters that universe. That Mahat Tattva gets agitated, and the souls are released. And these souls which are released go into the living entities formed with matter and energy. Then we come to the Vishnus in 22 verse. First we have Karanodayaka Vishnu, that is first Purusha. Then we have along with it the Mahatattva, that is principles of material creation. Then we also have a scale, the time scale, and the three gunas. So with all this Mahatattva, time scale, three gunas, and the Brahmajyoti energy, all this is mixed together to form the living entities along with the jivas. Then in 24 verse, we start with the material ego, that is me and mine. So that is where the problem starts for the jiva. Once he comes into this universe, irrespective of these 14 planets, he is having an ego, that is me and mine. And then in 25, it is described as a false ego. And the false ego, from the false ego, the sky is generated. And from the sky, sound is created. So it is here that we see the beginning of sound. And sound comes from sky. And we also discussed that the sound of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is non-different from Krishna. And this is related with sound. So here we see that the beginning, you would have seen in many books, general books, that Om is the beginning of creation. That Om means it is the sound. And that sound comes from the sky, which again comes from the false ego. And in 26, 27, 28, 29, air, fire, water, earth, ether are described. And then the Sattva Guna, Rajoguna, and Tamoguna, all three are described. From Sattva Guna comes the mind, and from mind comes the 10 demigods. And from passion, we get the sense organs, intelligence, and then the living energy. Living energy is the prana, the life force that differentiates a living body from a dead body. That is a life force. That comes from the passion, sense organs, intelligence. And then in 32, it says that all these parts which are described are assembled by Lord Brahma to form the living entity of different types. And that number of living entities is 84 lakh species. Then in 33, we have discussed the creation starts with Garbhodaksai Vishnu lies down on the Mahat Tattva ocean called Karana Jala. Karana means cause. So it is the ocean for the causes to create living entities. And from Garbhodaksai Vishnu, we know that Brahma, from each Garbhodaksai Vishnu, one Brahma comes out of the navel. And Garbhodaksai Vishnu enters each and every universe. Where we are staying, it is one universe. Like that, there are many universes. And in every universe, Garbhodaksai Vishnu enters as Hiranya Garbha. And then we also have in every universe, the Lord is the father and material energy is the mother. That is Purusha and Prakriti. This concept and knowledge is again discussed elsewhere in Srimad Bhagavatam. And simply what we need to remember is that souls enter from the Purusha into Prakriti, as Srila Prabhupada described, and also Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita. Annad Bhavanti, that is when rain falls and the Anna, that is the grains develop and the souls enter the grains, and from the grains they enter the male body, and then from the male body they enter the female body, and then the new entities are given birth. So that is given in verse number 34 and also explained in Bhagavad Gita. Now we come to the Virat Rupa. That is in clause 35, Brahma explains, Mahavishnu is lying down on the causal ocean, Karana Jala, as Hiranyagarbha. And then here the Virat Rupa is not a physical entity or a form. It is something like a map for easy understanding of the 14 planets. And Srila Prabhupada says that it is used by intelligent individuals to describe the universe in the form of a man. It is very easy. You would have seen that in Vastu this thing books or in Vastu calendars, you would have seen that in the house there is a human being sleeping in the house with head on one side and feet on the other side in a diagonal manner. That is the Vastu Purusha. The Vastu Purusha is drawn in the house to easily show which part of the house has to be used for what purpose. Similarly, the Virat Rupa is used with 1,000 arms, heads, and legs to describe the 14 planets. And in the following clauses, in the following verses, the body parts of the Virat Rupa are compared against the planets. So the word Kalpayanti is used. That is, it is an imagination of the universal form. But if you remember, Lord Krishna shows this Virat Rupa to Arjuna, and Arjuna gets terrified because it shows all the creation in existence in different levels of sattva, rajas, and tamas. So in these 14 planets, the 7 upper planets are above the waist and 7 are below the waist. Am I audible? Hare Krishna, am I audible?
Yes, Prabhuji, audible.
Okay. So in verse 37, we are introduced to the concept of Varnas. Varnas are Brahmana are his mouth, Kshatriya are his arms, Vaishyas are his thighs, and Shudras are his legs. So these 4 Varnas, that is Brahmana, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Sudras. So they are also again described as parts of the body: mouth, arms, thighs, and legs. Then in that same purport 37, Srila Prabhupada gives a very important instruction. Human life is meant to know the factual relationship of every living being with Supreme Lord Krishna. So this is the basis of why we are studying Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and also doing the bhakti process. This is meant to know the factual relationship of me with Lord Sri Krishna, who is the creator of this entire universe and all the universes. So next we come to the final verse. So there are 14 planets. I will just list out them along with the part of the Virat Rupa. Satyaloka is the head, Tapoloka is the neck, Janaloka is the shoulders, Maharloka is the chest, Swargaloka, Swargaloka is the heaven is the chest, Bhuvarloka is the atmosphere, that is the stomach, Bhuloka, where we are residing now, is the navel, Atala Loka is the waist, Vitala Loka, now these are the lower planets, 8th onwards. Below earth, that is Atala Loka is waist, Vitala Loka is thighs, Sutala Loka is knees, Talatala Loka, Mahatala, Rasatala, and Patala. So there are 14 planets, and we are now on the 7th planet. And according to our spiritual gravity, that is our karma, that is the cause and effect that we are doing through the process of thought, desire, thought, willing, desires, and all that, we form our own karma cycle, and accordingly the jiva moves above and below these planets. And all these are material, 1 to 14. Even Swarga is material. And this entire Virat form is showing the material world, is representing the material world and not the spiritual world. Spiritual world is beyond this, and that is called the Brahmaloka in the Upanishads. That is where Brahman resides, and that is from there the effulgence, that is the effulgence of Brahmajyoti, and onwards it starts. So with this, we conclude the 5th chapter, and we can go on to the 6th. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you so much. Thank you for a very nice summary. I think already time
Yes,
is.
Prabhuji.
You are able to hear, Prabhu? Madhavarma Prabhu, are you able to hear me?
Hare Krishna.
We are able to hear you. I don't know whether you are able to hear.
I've concluded.
Okay,
Prabhuji.
yeah, done.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I think time is also up. Any devotees, any questions, comments, realization, please go ahead. Anybody want to say anything? Quickly, alphabetic order, quickly run through. Masha
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna Prabhuji, nothing but it was a nice revision. Thank you for the class, Prabhuji.
Next, who's that?
It,
Yes, Mataji. Go
it
ahead.
was I mean, summary, it's very well explained. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And one doubt which I have is souls are come from Mahatattva, it is marginal energy. I wanted to know like this marginal energy is also from Supreme Lord, right, Prabhuji? Or not? If please correct me.
Everything is from the Supreme Lord.
Yes, yes.
Energy, non-energy, jivas, everything comes from Lord Krishna. But as the jiva comes down
Hmm.
from the spiritual zone to the material zone, we know that the entire universe, any universe you take, 1/4 is material, 3/4 is spiritual. That is what even these NASA scientists recently they are finding out. You would have seen if you Google, you will find that they have found that all the uh, planets, stars, everything, they are forming only 1/4. There is some 3/4 that is missing. They are calling it dark matter. Okay, in every
Okay,
universe,
Prabhuji.
there is 1/4 material, 3/4 dark, what these people call as dark matter. So in that so-called dark matter, we find the spiritual planets. So jivas, they are due to the simple reason that as a jiva, I wanted to enjoy independent of Krishna. So that is not the place to stay. So Krishna sends the jiva through this intermediate Mahatattva into the material planet. Okay, this is the place you can enjoy. It is
Okay.
like, suppose a minister, he from a party, he is running the government, but he goes against the government or tries to do what he feels like doing. So slowly he is sidetracked and then sent back to his constituency. So similarly, we are brought from Mahatattva into any of these 14 planets, and we have ended up on planet number 7.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for clarifying.
Okay, thank you.
Hare Krishna.
One single point I want to make is when we are studying Srimad Bhagavatam, we are studying with 2 railings on either side for our support. Left side is Srila Prabhupada's purports in Srimad Bhagavatam and all the books that he has written, and also his lectures. If you study his lectures, they're all 30 minutes exact. You don't find 1 hour Prabhupada lectures or shorter lectures. All are 30 minutes. And then he just says, thank you very much. So those lectures, Prabhupada's books that he has written and his purports, these are one railing on one side to guide us. And the second railing is Bhagavad Gita itself, as it is written by, translated by Srila Prabhupada from Sanskrit to English. And as we are studying Srimad Bhagavatam, we should go back to Bhagavad Gita and find the same knowledge there. So that makes it interesting. Thank you.
True, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Next, who else? Yes, Reena Mataji, Kanchana Mataji. Want to say anything quickly?
Okay, Prasadeshwar Prabhuji.
Yeah, Mariappan Prabhu. Anything want to say?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you very much for the wonderful class. My takeaway message is while chanting, try to minimize thoughts by listening of chanting. So I will try to maintain that, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for explaining the cause of all causes in a very, very nice manner. I think the divine origin and the mechanics of Lord Sri Krishna, I think it is simplified through the dialogue that we had and what we could understand from the dialogue that was there between Brahma and Narad Muni. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for narrating it to us. Thank you.
Krishna.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Shruti Mataji, you want to say anything?
No, Prabhuji, thanks for the class. It was nicely explained. Thank you.
Well, Saurabh Prabhu. Sridevi Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
You should thank there, not here. Okay, so we'll stop here. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyam
Vaishnavya Namo. Jai
That's
Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Sri Guru
all.
and the
Chant
Buddha.
one mantra for His Grace Madhavarma Prabhu so that he can continually guide us in future also. Please let's chant once Hare Krishna mantra together.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
See you
Hare
tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll continue.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Those who are not done the revision, let's
Hare Hare.
continue. Please continue tomorrow. Hare Krishna.